is going on, everybody? How are we doing on this fine Thursday evening? My name is Eric. Welcome to Q2C-VR Gamer Live. We are a weekly VR talk show that airs live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern, where we go live to YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and the Multiverse, and Twitter. You can catch us here, there, and pretty much everywhere, but if you cannot catch us live, you can always catch us afterwards on your favorite podcast platform, where I absolutely never update any of the episodes ever. We have an amazing show for you guys tonight. Thank you all for being here. But before we go any further, let me say hello to my partner from the great Canadian Northwest. He knows when to lay down the law on the Ghost at the Board Discord because he's a complete badass, and all the Canadian soccer moms can't get enough of him. Just look at him, ladies. He'll steal your heart. Todd Jackson, what is up, brother?
Diddly ho diddly.
Dude, you're such a badass, dude.
Whatever. Oh my God.
Moderator, the moderator is just laying down the law in the Discord.
I do what I can. I do what I can. Really.
What's going on, man? How's your week going?
It's been a little crazy, I gotta say, but it's been good. It's been good.
Yeah, it has been crazy. I mean, literally, we're in meetings today, like all of us, me, you, Wes, Skiva, and we're in meetings for other things, and all of a sudden, boom, there is shit going down in the Ghost of Tabor Discord. We're running like crazy, and holy moly, what is going down, man?
Yeah, there was some miscommunication on who's getting banned and why, and people duping stuff and glitches, and it was just chaotic. But it got all sorted out. We, kicked it all in the butt, and whatever they say. And
hey, Brandon VR says he's here for the Canadian MILFs. What do you think?
Excellent.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of Canadian soccer moms like around?
I don't know. I'm a happily married man. What are you trying to get me in trouble?
Come on, your wife's not watching the show. You can tell me the truth, bro.
It's just between me and you. There's nobody listening.
Nobody's here, man. Nobody's here. Nobody's here.
With you?
Hey, but you know who I'll always be here for is that we got a special guest with us tonight, Tom. We might as well bring him in so we can say hello to the chat with him, right?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Returning to the show solo for the first time in a long time, all by himself, Wes Dillon. What is up, Wes? How you doing, man?
What's up, Eric? You know who else goes it solo when they have to?
Don't cry, don't cry.
I don't think that's her.
Oh, my buttons are screwed up again.
Yo, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me on, man. I've got this since we didn't go live last night, I've got this well of mom jokes that are just kind of building up, and I got to get them out somewhere.
I know. We didn't go live last. Did you tell everybody that we didn't go live last night?
I didn't even say anything. They know what's up. I told people on the PSVR Gamescast Live. I kind of put it out there then. Friday's just been working better for us. We're too busy to do shit on Wednesday now.
I know. It's crazy. Like the midweek is just it's just up and down craziness. Like you try and get stuff done, and man, it is so busy, and it's maybe a little bit different now because you don't like used to be like your day off, your weekend started Monday nights, right? Or was it Monday nights or Tuesday? No, Tuesday.
It was
night,
Tuesday
right?
night. Yeah, Tuesday night
was your weekend, so it was you had time off to get some stuff done, but kind of not the case anymore.
Yeah, and it becomes the problem compounds these days because the games that we're covering are so good that we don't want to just do 2 hours and talk about them. Like, for example, Red Matter 2, which we're covering this week. Like I played all the way through that game again. So as time goes on and the games get better, we need more time to properly cover them. And it seems like the more we need time, the less time we actually have.
It is, man. It's crazy. And the problem with me too is I want more time to play games because I'm digging games right now, but I still only want to play Ghost of Tabor right now. That's my biggest problem, man. Every time I'm like, yeah, let's go do something. I'm like, I can just go into Ghost of Tabor and do another couple raids. And I don't know. I get hooked on games, man. I get hooked on games where I just want to play just that game. And I don't know. Ghost of Tabor's got me like hooked like that.
Well, I've said it before, man. It's kind of like being addicted to drugs, being addicted to VR because it takes up all your time and all your money, and you're always looking for that next fix to you're always chasing the dragon, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly.
Who else likes to chase the dragon?
Yeah, she does.
Yes, she does.
Shout out Roots.
Right, and Ghost of Tabor had
Roots, man.
Gotta put in the
So,
game.
are we officially announcing it then? Are we making the switch, or is it just not sure yet?
It's good. I'm good. I'm good.
No, I meant Wes for Virtual Strangers.
Oh,
well, we need to talk to Roots about it. Obviously, Friday night is his streaming night, and I don't want to infringe upon that. But he seemed we did talk a little bit about it. He seemed favorable to the idea, so it's
Yeah,
very
we've been
very
talking
possible.
about it for a while, right? We've been like trying to like figure it out, and yeah, it seemed like last time we all kind of got together and talked about it. It seemed like a good move. It could be cool.
It works better. It works better because typically, we're on the air 24 hours before a game releases. Games typically launch on Thursday.
right.
So we're not even 24 hours. Typically we're like 10 hours before games launch. And sometimes that works out because we get special permission from the devs to cover a game early. But I would say, 8 times out of 10, we're covering games a week after they release because we're going on Wednesday. So I thought we might go on Thursday night, Eric. What would you think about that?
Yeah, we could just cancel the show. I'm good with that.
We can merge.
Especially weeks like this where I know I absolutely have nothing I want to talk about. This was one of the hardest. Literally, I was sitting at my daughter's softball game at like 7 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm chatting with Todd. I'm like, we can't even get a thumbnail together because I don't even know what the fuck to talk about this week. Like, it happens. You get these times where there's just like nothing. Like, it's not even that there's nothing to talk about. It's just like everything's been talked about. Like, you know what I mean? But shit, I just want to come in and talk about everybody because I like to talk. So it's different. It's like I can talk about anything. We can talk about whatever. We can talk about my mom all night. Or your mom.
And
mom.
we probably will.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we will. You know who we got early tonight, guys? And we could probably get in here and we can talk about some mom jokes with her. That would be Chinatown D. What's up, D? Yeah. What is up, D?
What's up?
I'm trying to fuel myself with this freaking coffee here.
I'm with you. There we go.
Do you know who else is trying to fill themselves right now?
My mom.
My finger's gonna get sore hitting this button all night. I tell you.
Spry Guy says double header on Thursday. We could do it. We could do a back to backer. That would be fun.
Oh my god.
We could merge. We could do an hour of Q2C, an hour of both, and then we close the show out with Strangers in the Night.
With just Strangers.
Oh my god. Can you imagine?
That wouldn't be a production nightmare.
That would be
Holy moly.
That would be almost half as long as the 2022 show.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But I think we do have an announcement, Todd. I think we are going to make a change for
yes,
Q2C.
this is true.
I think we are going to announce a change, and we actually literally just decided this about 4 minutes before we went live. Literally, Todd went up and talked to his wife.
This is all
about
facts.
4 minutes before we went live, and I think as long as it works out, and we got to probably talk to D here and figure this out too, but I think as long as this works out and everybody's good with this, I think we're going to change the time of our show and start going live an hour earlier. So I think from this week on, as long as everybody's good with it, I think we're going to start going live at 8 p.m. Eastern time instead of 9 p.m. Eastern time.
So 6 p.m. Mountain.
Nobody cares
Instead
about
of 7
Mountain
p.m.
Time, bro. It's all about East Coast.
Well, me
It's all
and
about
D
East
do.
Coast.
Well, yeah.
It's all about. Oh, that's right, D. You're in Mountain Time now.
You're
You should-
outvoted, dude.
I know it's not fair. You can't be in Mountain Time. It's unfair.
Yeah,
I liked it when you were in Eastern Time. In my time.
Nah, I didn't.
I think this will be
Colorado
good though. I have to give credit to this to one of our newest patrons, Classy Grandma. Classy Grandma. She's like, guys,
It's
I'm
true.
old. I can't make it
Well,
up
not
at
that
9
part.
p.m. for your show. No, it's true. She's old.
That's true.
She's old. No worries. But she's like, I can't make it up at 9 p.m. But like, do your show an hour earlier, and I could definitely be there. Not saying that we made this decision based on one person, but it did get me to thinking. Like, I don't know why we chose 9 p.m.
I don't know either. Yeah.
I think we just kind of like grabbed onto it, and it was a day that was a time that we've always done. But it kind of makes sense a little bit. Makes it a little bit earlier. It's even just an hour earlier. Some people don't have to stay up so late. We get done a little bit earlier, which is kind of cool.
It lets us get in and do some gaming afterwards, which is what we like to do, but we never have time to do because by the time the show's over, I'm exhausted.
Liars. Just go ahead and tell these people the truth. We're all getting very old and we can't stay up late anymore. We have to crash.
How dare you?
literally, I had a breakdown this week. Literally, I swear to God, I was in the middle of our Patreon meeting. I almost died. I literally had to cut the meeting short. Like I something happened to me in the middle of the meeting, and I got dizzy. I almost passed out, and I think it just exhaustion finally got to me. And then I literally had to go to bed, and I was in bed not moving. I thought I was going to throw up all night long until like the next day. Like I think your body just tells you sometimes you're fucked. You're fucked, and you are not going to do anything else until you give me what I need, which is I think I needed some sleep and some rest because literally I was done for like
the whole meeting. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go into Ghost of the Bar. I'm gonna go do some games." And then we chatted later, and he's like, "Nope, I went to bed."
Nope. Your body's like, you're going to bed. Literally, my wife goes, I had to keep checking you all night because I literally went to bed in my clothes, my jeans, my I went and laid down because I'm like, Steph, I don't feel good. I need to lay down. And I literally didn't move all night long. She said, I kept checking you at night just to make sure you were still breathing because you never moved. Like you ever have those like sickness feelings? Like I felt like I had vertigo. Like I felt like I had motion sickness to where I had to like concentrate on my breathing just so I wouldn't get sick. And man, my whole body was just like, you're fucked, bro. You're completely fucked. Don't do anything else. And I finally fell asleep, and I slept, did not move until the next day at like, I don't know, it was like 9 a.m. or something like that. I finally woke up, and I still had been feeling a little bit off, but I'm finally feeling better, man. But
you look more awake since that epic sleep. So
it was rough, man. I was messaging Wes. I'm like, Wes, I can't do it, man. I'm like, I had to get me through meetings. I'm like, you got to help me because I don't even know if I can get through some of these meetings, man. It was rough. It was really rough. Thank God I got Wes working with me now. I can make him do all the hard stuff.
We got it done, man. We got it done. But I know exactly what you're talking about. These feelings are no, I'm no stranger to these sorts of episodes. Luckily, it's been a few weeks since I've had one.
Yeah,
you're on a more regular schedule now too, so that's got to help with Wes. Right? Like you were going on 3-4 hours of sleep, going to work, doing your show. Like you're crazy. You're getting too old for that crap, man.
Yeah, it's exactly what I said 5 minutes ago. We just can't do it anymore like we used to.
You know who else can't do it anymore like she used to?
My mom.
She's getting older. She's getting older. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, it was, Wes was, because I told Wes what was happening. Wes was like, I know exactly what you're talking about because I was going through it. Like you said, you were going through it like during your work right before you quit your job and started working for us.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and people can tell too, like you'll see it in the comments and in the chat, like Wes needs to go to bed. And I was like, how do they know?
Yeah, they know. They know. I see GT Gamertag VR is in chat. He's on West Coast time. It's early for him right now.
Right?
Yeah, he's a
world traveler.
Yeah, he's West Coast, USA. What's up, GT? How you doing?
Oh, is GT stateside? I didn't even know
stateside.
That.
I can't say why, but he's stateside. I don't know why, but he's stateside. I saw pictures of him looking at the Golden Gate Bridge. So unless he just flew over the bridge and went home, I don't know.
Unless he's using that Mind Jive or whatever that AI thing is.
Oh man, Midjourney. You mean Mind Jive?
Yeah,
Midjourney.
Wow.
Mind Jive.
I think Todd needs to get some sleep.
Seriously. But guys, before we go too far, let's say hello to the chat because there's some awesome people here in here coming to hang out to talk to us. So up front, I see Jenna Sequa is here, Brandon VR, Guido7335, Virtual Strangers is here, Mateo311 says, hey fellas, what's up, Mateo? I am Dickel is here, AppJ, Mepper is here, Define Tech, Rogue TR, Samson 143. Let's see, Jonathan Clark is here, Bacardi B.
Speaking of Mind Jive.
Yeah. Todd, where did you get the Mind Jive from Mind Jive?
Exactly.
Chatty is here, says it's Wes. It is Wes. Wes, when was the last time you were on the show just by yourself?
I don't remember. It's been a while.
I can't remember.
It's been a long time, man.
Yeah,
it's been
a long while.
Let's see who else we got here. VR Spry Guy is here. Says they're not soccer moms in Canada; they are hockey moms. Is that the case?
True. This is true.
Right.
It's too damn cold for soccer. Are you kidding me?
The difference is hockey moms will kick your ass and they'll take you down, man.
So true.
Let's see. Paul Fennessy is here. Kyle Kitchings is here. No name. Kyle Kitchings, just Kyle Kitchings.
Oh, Kyle's getting tired too.
Yeah, seriously, that seems extremely lazy on your end, Kyle. Michelle B is here. Big W88 is Will from Real Optics is here. What's up, yo? He says, yeah, I never catch it. the show, I assume. Kubo92 is here. He says, I've been addicted to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Very cool. Can I play it in VR yet? That's my question.
That game sold 10 million copies in the first 3 days, dude.
Crazy.
It'll
go to tell you, like, number one, like what certain IPs can do, and then what good games can do, I guess. Maybe we'll talk a little bit about that, because I want to talk a little Firmament real quick. I know we're going to cover it on Virtual Strangers tomorrow, but I want to talk just a little bit of Firmament. Let's see who else we got here. Hussein X is here. Let's see, PDX VR is here. Dan Kim is here. What is up, Dan? How you doing? Shah Azrael is here. What's up, Shah? Mr. Tasselhoff is here. What's up, dude? Philozix is here. What's up, man? Ali VR Port. Techno Glitch is in the house. Substatica says, damn, MASH getting the vapors. I'm not sure I'd call it the vapors. Maybe it could be. I'm getting older. Who knows, man? Who knows? Let's see. Midlife Kid is here. Gamertag VR. We said Virtual Steve, Bacardi B. Skiba and Betty were getting worried about me. They're wondering where I was. Yeah, because I stood him up because I freaking basically almost died. Space Dennis is here. What's up, dude? What's up, Void? Bry Cub 2 is here. D1360 VR is here. Assassin 32, and I think that's it. If I missed you, I apologize, but I think that's everybody. All right, guys, let's get into some cool shit, because there's some stuff to talk about this week. What I did realize quickly was, when I was trying to figure out what the hell we were going to talk about, was there's really nothing to talk about now, but there's a lot of stuff coming up, and it's surprising to me that we have 3 big game shows that are going to be dropping all in the month of June, guys, that look to be substantial shows, like not 15, 20-minute, in and out, a few title shows. These are going to be substantial shows to show off the gaming that we have coming, the rest of this summer, and then into probably some of the, early fall. So Wes, I'll start with you. Give me a 1 to 10 rating. Like, let's start with the PlayStation, showcase. How excited are you for this showcase, being that it's going to definitely feature some PlayStation VR 2 stuff, and that they're touting it as over an hour long?
Yeah, man. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to go with the old Spinal Tap 11. I am pumped for this, dude. This is not a state of play. This is a PS5 showcase, the first one we've had in a couple of years. We've been speculating about when this show would come for literally years at this point, and it's finally happening. The dam is about to break. PSVR 2 just hit retailers. You can go to the store and just buy one now. And just like we've said many times, the full launch for PSVR 2 is now about to happen. It's been a soft launch up to this point, and I think now that Sony's going to show their cards a little bit and give us a reason to be excited.
Yeah, and you got to remember too, what you're talking about full launch, Sony considers anything that ships within 3 to 6 months of the launch of the headset to be a launch title, by the way. Yeah. So these titles that we're going to be, we heard about in the last showcase, and that we'll hear about here in this showcase, are still considered launch titles, by the way, because their launch title window is huge. I mean, that's not what we consider launch titles, but that's how Sony considers it. D, let me go to you next. What do you think? I mean, you're a huge PlayStation VR 2 fan. Are you? Give me your excitement level for this coming show, because it's really the first one we've had since the launch of the headset. So,
I'm excited for not just the VR portion, but I'm a flat gamer too. So this whole thing from start to finish, hopefully, give me some good shit, please.
Yeah, Destiny 3.
Oh, for the love of God.
With a VR mod?
Destiny 2 VR mod?
If anything gets announced to that extent tomorrow or next week, please come check on me, because I may have a coronary. I will take time off work to play this game when it gets released, because it will happen. It will happen.
Yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool. What about you, Todd? Your scale of excitement?
Yeah, I'm pumped. Like the list of games from their last state of play that they still haven't released is still exciting. I hope it's the PSVR 2 portion of this showcase isn't just reiterating the shit we already know is coming. I hope it's new titles, something exciting, even if it's 2 or 3 months out before that title gets released. Just some new news would be excellent. And I'm just jacked to look at it. Like, are we gonna stream this one?
We are. Yeah, that's a good call. We're going to stream it. I'm sure that a lot of people are going to stream it. Wes, you and Brian going to stream it live, I assume?
Yeah. Of course, it's falling on my day. I always go live over there.
It's West Day.
On West Day. So
screw those guys. Don't go watch them. Come watch us.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You should watch both. Stream both of them. But yeah, I think this is long enough. I think we should do it. Like, I think there should be a lot of people that are streaming this live. I mean, it should be big enough for everybody to stream. But I think we will. I think we'll stream it live, and I think Skiba is going to come and join us and stream it live with us during, and then we'll probably talk about it a little bit afterwards, because if it's not good, I'm going to shit all over it. So it'll be fun to do that too.
Exactly.
So, but yeah, let's talk about some games that was Wes. This last showcase that we had, was pretty big for VR. 6 games that they announced last time, and it was Before Your Eyes, Humanity, Green Hell VR, Foglands, Synapse, and Journey to Foundation. I thought this was pretty big. 6 games, number one. Some pretty big bangers in here, especially if you're a Journey to Foundation kind of a fan. I didn't really know a lot about it, but it looked freaking cool. And then for me, like, Synapse was one of the ones I was like kind of really jazzed about.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not only are we getting some good looking titles there, but we're learning what's next for some very prominent VR studios to see the first glimpse of what In Dreams has in store. And for what it's worth, we've known that they've had multiple PSVR 2 titles in development since we had them back on location. God, I guess it was a year or more ago now. So we've been waiting to find out what's coming from In Dreams. But for Archaeact to finally be getting back in the fold with something that they're developing in-house like this, I mean, we haven't gotten a full game from them since Evasion.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's been forever. They gave us Freediver, which was great, but it was an hour-long experience.
Right.
And then they ported Doom 3 over to PlayStation VR. But besides that, I mean, we've known that, like In Dreams, we've known for a while that they've been working on something. But this last Sony showcase finally revealed what that was, and man, it looks awesome.
It does, man. And there was a lot of games here. I mean, there's a few games I'm not, I mean, Humanity has actually gotten some really good, press, and I haven't played it yet myself, but I have it. I probably will, but
and that's a weird game, right? But
not my kind of game. Not my kind of game. But
weird, but
yeah, it's a pretty standard Lemmings clone. It's got a little Japanese flavor to it, but I mean, it's a pretty straightforward puzzle game.
Yeah, but there was some besides that. I mean, Before Your Eyes was an interesting title using the eye tracking. Green Hell VR was a great announcement. We were all looking forward to that. Foglands looked super cool as what I believe to be a roguelike type game.
Yeah, it looks like it.
And then Synapse and Journey to Foundation were great. So I mean, there was no, like, besides Green Hell, there's not a title here that you're like, you really know, like, wow, it's the big title. I do think we will see that here in this show. I don't know if we'll see the amount. Do you think we'll see 6 titles, Wes?
I do. I think now they might not all be, right together in the same part of the show, but I think what we'll probably get is a short VR segment, which has a lot of third-party stuff, maybe a couple of, bigger budget titles in it. And then I think after that, as we go on through the show, we're going to see flat games that also have PSVR 2 support, and we'll get a few of those as well. I think somewhere 5 to 10 titles probably is pretty likely.
Wow. Now, they did say that you were going to see some third-party titles, but you would see some Sony from Sony, in a house title. So you're going to see some Sony first-party titles, which is interesting to me, because I'm hoping that they're some of the PlayStation VR 2 titles that we've been waiting for. This is going to be fun. Let's each of us take one title that we think or hope is coming, and we'll write them down right now, because we'll be back on the air after this is on next week. So let's do that. Maybe I'll go first. When do we do that? I'm going to say RE4. We're going to see.
Yeah. I think it's a pretty solid bet.
Resident Evil 4 for MASH. I think there's a good chance we're going to see gameplay, footage, and it'll be fleshed out what they consider a mod or an add-on to this. Is it going to be like RE8, or is this going to be like parts of RE4? Is it going to be part of the remastered? Is it going to be the entire game? But I'm going to say we're going to see RE4 announced and shown.
Oh. I agree. I think that's coming. I know my pick.
All right, go ahead.
Pixel Rip, 1978.
Wow, has that been announced?
Yeah.
No. Well, it's been announced, but it hasn't been.
You'll think we'll see it actually at
I
the
think
show.
we'll see a trailer and. Yeah,
That's possible. That's possible
Like
because it's the release of that one's coming up soon. I mean, that's possibly one that they could say, and it's available now. You know, I'm not saying that necessarily will be what happened, but it could. It could happen.
Yeah. D, you want to go? We'll let Wes go last since he's the PlayStation expert.
Sure. No, we'll get mine out of the way. My background basically says it all because you know what I'm going to say. But no, there is something exactly. How'd you know?
Nice.
But no, my extra little excitement about this is I heard that there was some kind of survey that Bungie had sent out recently. In said survey were questions about Destiny, so and a new game. So.
You think it'll be just a standalone Destiny VR game, not Destiny 2, or just like a separate thing?
I really don't care at this point.
Yeah, right.
I just wanted it. I just
something in the Destiny world.
Exactly.
Fair enough.
All right, so
interesting. All right, Wes's turn.
So I'm going to cheat. I'm going to give two. I'm going to give one that I think is pretty likely, and then one that maybe a little less likely. I think that we're going to get a VR game from Insomniac Games. And, you know, if you had to pick one,
I know which one I want.
Probably Stormland Remastered. I think
or Stormland 2, yeah.
Yeah.
Stormland 2,
we'll probably get something from them, probably Stormland. I also think that we're going to see what's next from Firesprite. You know, Firesprite's always been a kind of VR dev that also does, you know, flat games too. They're good at doing the hybrid games. They've been doing it before that was a thing. I think we're going to get our first glimpse of Twisted Metal on PlayStation 5, and that I think it's going to be a flat game that also supports VR, and it's going to be awesome
in a GT7 kind of way, like
yeah, exactly.
Once you start driving, it's VR. The rest of it's flat.
That would be freaking cool.
Yeah,
that would be pretty amazing. I would love to see that. You know, we can put some of the ones out there. I mean, if we're talking first party, I would love to see Astrobot 2.
Yeah.
Or just Astrobot's Rescue Mission on the PlayStation VR 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a potential for a lot of those type of things to be announced, like for a good portion of the PSVR 1 library to finally get their upgrades announced. This is a perfect opportunity for that. And it's an easy ways that Sony could placate the VR gamers.
Yeah, we went over that last week. Which PSVR 1 title should be on the PSVR 2? And there was quite a few on our list.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of them that deserve it. You know what I mean? I think I don't know how many we will see. I do think we will see some. I don't know how many we'll see, but I think we definitely should see some. Brandon VR says Crossfire Sierra Squad. That's still probably one of my most anticipated titles. I mean, we could definitely see something from them.
It's really good.
I mean, if we're talking about stuff that we already know is coming, we never got the official announcement for the Wanderer remastered. And, you know, it was leaked by PlayStation Germany, but they never like really come out and confirmed it and announced it. So I think that this is a very likely spot for that to happen.
Yeah, I think so too. I think there's a good chance that we'll see some of these things. Philosic says Uncharted VR game. Holy shit, dude!
That would be sick.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
but I've also seen in chat someone, it might have been Ryan, that said Among Us could be touted as a new game for PSVR 2, right?
Is it? Is it time for? Is it time now for the Returnal VR game to come? I mean, we've been talking about this one for a long time.
I'll
Yeah.
take that as my backup option,
I mean,
please. For the
Yeah.
I
love
mean,
of God.
it's time. I mean, that game is definitely playable in VR. I mean,
Mhm.
we've been playing it in Reshade, and it's playable. It's more than playable for me in Reshade. I actually love it in Reshade. So you could play it third person for me. I'd be fine with it in VR.
And it would grab some headlines for sure. I mean, it's a very popular title.
Hell yeah.
Sell some headsets.
Yep, Returnal, not for first person though. Yeah, that's what Steve says. Metal Gear Solid VR. Somebody said that would be freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, not in chat, but I forgot where I saw it earlier, but Infamous. I would absolutely take
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
VR.
If I had to pick one, that would be close to the top of my list. If I could just choose one to be a VR game, Infamous would be right up there.
I mean, if Sony wants to steal the show, I think this is kind of where they have to step out here. They know that there's so much coming right now. Like, they know that Meta has a showcase. They know that Apple is about to drop, either a headset or an announcement of their headset to show something of their headset. There's a ton of stuff going on right now with games and showcases and, things being done. PC VR is making a little bit of a resurgence. I would have to think that they want to like come out of the gates hammering with this thing. Do we think we'll have like a show that we saw at like last year's AWE? Where that they had a show right during AWE, and it was they let off the showcase West with all VR games. Do you think we'll see that?
I think it's possible. It's an hour long. It's an hour long, longer than an hour showcase. I don't think that they'll want to concentrate like a long period to VR because then you're kind of risking losing the traditional gamers out there that they always like to complain when Sony does anything VR. So I think they're going to sprinkle it in a bit more, but they could lead off with some big VR announcements, kind of get people's attention, and then switch off to something like Spider-Man 2 or something like that that
Right.
will keep people excited.
What do we think? Do we even give a shit about any flat games to be announced? Are we like thinking about any flat games that are coming that we're like, ooh, well, let's play a flat game?
Well, I get excited in general when Sony does a showcase because Sony's games, their first party games, are the best games in the world. They just are. So even if I'm not going to find time to play all of these flat games that are coming out, I still am excited to see what they've been working on because again, they haven't just been quiet about VR for the last couple of years. They've been quiet. Period. Nobody knows what the next big Sony flat game is going to be. So it says a lot to me that they're choosing to do this showcase next week as opposed to 2 weeks or 3 weeks. They're deciding to go first. And what that tells me is that they have such a banging lineup here that they're sure that they're still going to be grabbing headlines after everybody goes and everyone else does their stuff. I mean, it says a lot that they're going first, in my opinion. I think that's telling us that they're not concerned about what the competition is going to show off.
Yeah, and then there is the competition. Let's get into our next subject, which is going to be right after this. Is it a week after or right? Yeah, I think it's right around a week after. We're going to have the Metagaming Showcase on June 1st. So this will take place June 1st at 1 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday, June 1st. This is going to be the Meta Gaming Showcase, and this is going to be another big one because this is going to be, I mean, they're talking about having 40 minutes of content. This is just video content. So they're going to be showing off a ton of stuff.
And this is dropping right in the middle of AWE.
It is. We'll be at AWE covering the show, and we're going to have to sneak off somewhere, guys, and go watch this somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe at the Meta booth. Would we watch it at the Meta booth at AWE?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
We should try to make that happen.
So it looks like Ruth Bram is going to be back in action hosting this show. And, I'm interested in this show quite a bit too, because there's a couple of things here. We could possibly see an announcement of a Quest 3. We could see some huge titles that we've been waiting for. We could see a GTA San Andreas announcement. That's very possible. We could see very, very possible. I think we're going to see what they've already teased, which we all think is going to be an Asgard's Wrath game on Quest.
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's do it again. Let's everybody go. What do you guys think you are going to see? We'll start with Wes this time. Go first. Give us something you think we're going to see, or we have a chance of seeing.
Man, now this one's a little bit more difficult to predict. I mean, we've already gotten some huge gaming IP announcements over the last few years from Meta, and we never saw those games. So, I mean, the easy answer would be that we're going to hear more about those. I guess I'll take the cop-out answer and say that we're finally going to get our first look at Assassin's Creed VR. They announced that it was like 2 or 3 years ago. They announced that, and we haven't heard anything else. We know that it's still in development. It didn't get canceled like Splinter Cell. So it's about time as we approach the new gen. They're going to be launching a new headset. For them to pull out the big guns and show their cards a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I think they need to this needs to be a big showcase for Meta, because if what is happening, which is what I think is happening, what I think they got burned and they tried to pivot away from gaming way too fast and go to social, and they got caught in a mix, and all of a sudden they had all these headsets that people weren't using because they didn't have any games to show the showcase. And they were like, you know what? We are not ready. Like, we want to be a social platform headset. We want to be a workflow headset, but we're not ready yet. So we need to go back to where people are using their headset for, which is gaming. So I think, whether it be begrudgingly or not, I think they're going back to gaming. I think they have no choice to go back to gaming. So to do that, they need to come out and they need to hit a fucking home run this June. And I think this needs to lead into the Quest 3. My other question will be, will we see some of these titles? I assume most of these titles will be what we consider Quest 3 titles and Quest 2 titles. But let's go back to Todd and D. Guys, give me what you think you're going to see with this showcase. Give me a game that you're going to see or you hope to see.
I'm hoping they come back with Grand Theft Auto 5 or VR, whatever they're going to call it, the San Andreas VR mod or whatever they're going to call it. But it's been too long, and the hiatus of it being so long, maybe they've rebranded, maybe they've waited for the Quest 3. I don't know if they're going to talk about the Quest 3. That'd be nice. I'm pretty sure we're going to see Horizon people with legs. Not sure that's a big deal.
Nice.
But I don't know. Anything else? Banger's going to have to be just a surprise and, surprise me.
Yeah. D, how about you?
Same thing.
Destiny 2.
Yeah, right.
Not
awesome. On that, not standalone. That'd be. I'd be curious to see that, but ain't gonna happen.
Never mind. I was about to cheat. Go ahead.
Go. I mean, yeah.
No, I think we're gonna. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, please.
I'm trying to let you go. Go. I want you to say what you want.
I don't have anything.
Oh, okay.
I just had the San Andreas, dude.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that one. Everybody's been teased with that one for a long time. I don't know. I have a feeling with that one that we may. Well, let me say this. I don't think that we're going to hear Quest 3 at this show. I think more likely we will see and hear Quest 3 at Meta Connect in the fall. So I hope we hear something next on June 1st about Quest 3, but I just don't think we will. I think it'll be its own standalone thing, and they'll do it then. And I think maybe they would announce, if they were going to announce San Andreas, they could announce it when they announce the Quest 3. Like, here's the game to go with the Quest 3.
Do you think there's going to be the infamous briefcase type scenario that is making everyone think they're going to talk about Quest 3 and then it never happens?
If they
I'd
do
put
that
$10 on that.
Oh my God.
I think they opened the briefcase to reveal a giant bottle of barbecue sauce.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Right? I bet you the briefcase is in this stupid thing. Yeah.
Oh my God. That would be terrible.
So I think it's a 50-50 shot whether or not you actually hear them use the words Quest 3. I think regardless of that, though, we're definitely going to see Quest 3 games. We're going to see games that look so good. We're going to be saying, how is that possible on a Quest 2? And what the reason why it's possible is because it's actually Quest 3 footage. I think that's very likely.
Yeah, I agree. I think, they're going to be pivoting everything into the Quest 3. Now, the Quest 2 is still going to be playable for everything that we see. But I think the fidelity that we see on a lot of these games that are going to be touted very possibly could be Quest 3 footage. I can tell you for certain there are already developers out there developing on the Quest 3 already. So, it's happening now. Things are being done. It has to be, because these games have to be in production already. Otherwise, you'd have no games to take advantage of the Quest 3 hardware when it launches. So things are ready and things are happening. So it's very possible that some of these games that we see are going to be the upgraded version of with the headset. So, but I just don't think we'll actually see the headset itself, or an announcement of the headset, or the price, or the release date, or anything like that. I think that'll wait. So D, I think you're right. I think we could see San Andreas, maybe not now, but I think we could see it later. What I think we will see
maybe
now,
another announcement for it.
yeah, right. Another, like, hey, it's coming eventually.
Yeah.
What I think we could see now, I think very likely, we could see Behemoth. We could very well see what's coming from Behemoth next. We could very well see, already announced, but we could see Ghostbusters, actual more trailer stuff. That's very possible. In Dreams, we'll have something for there. I would love to see Fracked for Quest 2 from In Dreams. That would be freaking amazing. I know that it was mainly a PlayStation VR 2, but it did go to Steam. So that means it's not only PlayStation VR 2. And I think that game is playable on the Quest 2. Certainly the Quest 3. Right, Wes?
Yeah, you would think so. I mean, it's a beautiful game, but it is cell shaded, and you could certainly see a studio like M Dreams being able to do a serviceable port onto standalone. So yeah, the only concern I would have with it, is that game's been out for a while now, but it's certainly it's a great game, and I would like to see as many people as possible but have the opportunity to play it.
What about City Sims? Those seem to be a big hit with all these showcases. You think you're going to see a new Cities VR type of game?
Another one?
Like another one?
Maybe some DLC. I wouldn't think we'd get a new title.
Yeah, I mean, you could see. I could see maybe a railroad sim.
We
haven't seen one of those yet. Something different than the normal City
one.
Sim. Yeah. Those are pretty popular. I don't know. I definitely think we're going to see something with Asgard's Wrath, because they've kind of already teased that. Are we going to see anything? Who else are we waiting on? Are we going to, I mean, Downpour is almost dead. I don't think we're going to see anything Onward, Wes. I mean, they laid off most of that team.
Well, I mean, they've said for a while now, Onward 2 has been in development. So it could be a situation where they're 75-80% of the way through development of the game, and Meta's just going to put a team together internally to kind of finish it off and get it out there on the market. I mean, they bought Downpour for a reason, right? It's because they want to do another Onward game. So we could see that for sure.
Yeah.
Traveler Man 3775. Good points. It's Batman.
Yeah, I just saw that too. That's a great one.
Camouflage is reportedly working on a Batman game for MetaQuest. So
that would blow the freaking doors off of it.
Cool.
I mean, if they could do that,
yep.
That would be huge. Yeah, I mean, I think we're going to see a lot of games, and and that kind of goes into my next thing. Upload VR Showcase, Wes, Todd D, is right around the corner, and we love these Upload VR Showcases. They're so good.
They're so accurate.
Phenomenal. But
sloppy seconds, or I guess sloppy thirds in this.
It'll be sloppy thirds, right? That we can have a date. So
look, I would assume that we're going to see different games. So they're not going to puke out the same games that the Medic Showcase just did. And this is going to be probably sometime right after, not too long, within a week or two after. We don't have an exact date yet. They just said mid-June, so it's going to be right after the Quest 2 or the Meta Quest gaming showcase. So they're going to have different games. If they're just not going to regurgitate the same games that were just announced.
You honestly think that a game developer is going to save their game for the Upload Showcase over the Meta Showcase?
But I think there's going to be a lot of games that don't make the Meta Showcase that are going to have some place to show the games. Yeah, maybe. What the car?
Yeah, right. What the car?
Amazing. That would be fantastic. Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, look, I've given up all hope on any Upload Showcase being anything but other garbage. But just the sheer amount of shows that we have here, because if we see an hour showcase out of PlayStation with what we think is 5 to 10 PSVR 2 games, and then we see a huge metagaming showcase, which they're already touting over 40 footage of just recorded footage of content footage. So this is going to be probably over an hour show. Upload VR Showcase. Who knows, man? This thing could get. They went huge last time. They actually did 2 shows. Remember they put everything in like a huge show, and then all the shit that didn't make the shit show made it into the second shitty show.
Into the shittier show.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah. So, but just the fact that we have all these games coming, or these gaming showcases coming all at one time. And this was like the big news for me. It's not the individual showcases. We know they're coming. We've known they're coming for a while, but looking at it as a whole, this is pretty good for us as VR gamers, that we have all these showcases showcasing what could be some amazing games coming real soon. We're going to have a lot to play.
Yeah, the Meta Showcase is an interesting one, man, because not only are they giving us a super long 40-minute showcase, they're leading into that with a reel of trailers, some of which are going to be world premiere trailers. And then after the Meta Showcase, they're doing dev interviews. Who knows what devs, but obviously it must be something good, or they wouldn't expect to hold people's attention. So you're right. That's probably going to be another hour-long show for Meta as well.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. I just, this is going to be a lot of stuff here. And, Wolveraz says, this is a PlayStation showcase, not a PSVR 2 showcase. We realize that this is a PlayStation, showcase. They're going to show flat games. We understand that. But we talked earlier, and we both, the last one they showed 6 VR games. We think it's going to be close to around there. It could be, like Wes said, between 5 or 10 VR games. And that's substantial. Like, yep. I would, even 5 VR games in a gaming showcase is substantial.
Yeah, and for what it's worth, when they made the announcement that PSVR 2 was in the title line, like they came out right away, and said that they're showcasing PSVR 2 games. So that's not speculation. We know that's going to happen. The question is how much VR is going to be in there, and I think it's going to be enough to generate some excitement and sell some headsets now that they're available in stores. And
I think it needs to be done. The last couple, 3 weeks, 4 weeks even, VR news has been pretty lack. So to have 3 showcases with, potential of 20 games or whatever to play over the next few months before Quest 3 launch, or before, we get into Christmas season and all that jazz. This is huge. Like, this is going to lay out the summer foundation for everybody.
Yeah. But by the time we get back from California, it's going to be, we're going to be in a whole new environment. It's going to be hype levels like it was at the beginning of March all over again.
Right. Yeah, we just hope it all lives up to it. But Samson 143 VR excited for the showcase. Polyarc PvP news with a $2 super chat. Polyarc does have a PvP game coming, Wes. They've touted it. We've seen some of it a little bit, behind closed doors. This could be exciting, and then we very well could see that game coming.
Yeah, absolutely, and it makes sense. It's good timing for it. I mean, they've already brought Moss 2 out to all the platforms now. Obviously, they're working on the next thing, and they've given us glimpses of it. Like, I haven't seen anything behind closed doors like you guys have, but they have shown a little bit of key art. This is going to be a Moss game, and it looks cool.
It does.
Even Traveling Man 3775 says Demio battles, which I would be surprised if that wasn't announced as well. This in one of the showcases. I don't know if it's coming to all platforms.
Moss versus Demio.
Oh man, can you imagine? I want Quill and Demio.
Retkin versus Quill.
Hell yeah, dude! That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Either way, I think we're going to have a ton of games to play, which I'm super excited about. And let's give a game away, guys, because we're already an hour in and we haven't given anything away yet.
We haven't even touted what we're giving away.
Yeah, why don't you tease what we're going to give away, and then I'm going to take one of the games that we're going to give away, and we're going to talk about that as our next subject real quick.
So we're going to give away a key to Wandering in Space on Steam.
Nice.
Good game.
Title.
The good game that has fixed their game. Remember, we did a Virtual Strangers show and Wandering in Space was one of the games, Wes. And remember it was so kind of broken when it came out, but it had such big potential. And I remember the devs being in chat, and they were like, really, they were really good taking some of the criticism. And I think what we all said was like, this game really has a lot of potential, but you need to like fix it. And they really did. They went through and they fixed it, and now it's a really good game. If you haven't played it, and if you it's Steam only, but if you have a PC, it's something you should go play, right?
Yeah, they're adding in multiplayer and all
Yep.
kinds of new gameplay modes as well. Like they've put a lot of work into it.
We're also going to give away a key to Demio on Quest because who doesn't love a good game of Demio?
Just
Yeah,
played that
was
last night.
I was gonna say, was Roots streaming Demio last night?
Yep.
Roots streaming VR.
Wow,
Love it.
that's
Love
awesome.
it.
2
Like,
days in
dude,
a
like,
row.
2 days in a row.
Yeah.
What's going on, D? What have you done to him?
I don't.
You've affected him.
No.
You've
It's not
infected
me.
him.
Excuse what?
No, you
Okay,
have.
roll that wheel. What?
No, you have. You have changed him now. I mean,
No, I
he
haven't.
never streams VR anymore, and now he's like into it. You guys did Walkabout mini golf, right?
Did walk out, yeah.
Which is awesome. By the
Wow,
way.
that's awesome.
And then you did you guys did Demio, right, last night?
Yeah. Me, Hims, Radio
Which
Run, and Echoing.
Oh, that's not fair. You had Radio Run on your team? That's like cheating almost.
You always want Radio Run there when you're playing.
Right.
What map did you guys play?
What was it? It was one of the smaller ones, not the Rat King, the Queen, the whatever, the sarcophagus one, I think.
Oh, okay,
it
the
was.
original. Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, but we won. It was fun.
Nice. That's a good
Cool.
one. That's a fun one to do. I like the area going back to the original. We did that not too long ago. We did when we did the PlayStation VR2 version, Wes, right? We went back and played the original map. Just me, you, and Roots. But that's a super fun game. I love
We
it.
did
Yeah,
it.
so
3 of us. We
It's
did
so
it.
great.
heck yeah, we did. What else do
And
we
we're
got, Todd?
We're going to give away a key to Firmament on Steam, which is a game we're going to talk about in a few minutes.
Yeah, that's the one I want to talk about now while we're getting the roll together, because we are going to give a key away to Firmament. So anybody who wants to play Firmament, what's this game go for? It's like almost $30, right?
At least let me
At least,
verify that for you.
This spin on the wheel is going to be for Wandering in Space.
So yeah, so while we're going to spin for Wandering in Space, let's go ahead and spin that one, and then we'll get into Firmament.
$35.
$35 for Firmament, and we got a key.
Wow, that's awesome. Who's it going to be?
While
Yeah,
that's
a
spinning,
lot
you
of
know
peop-
what I
that's a
played
lot
the
of
other
people on
day?
that wheel. Ooh,
What'd you play?
What'd you play? Edge of
What'd you play,
Nowhere?
Oh no way! That's right. Roots did tell me that you
Yeah.
played that. Okay,
Roots
hang on.
is
Let's
definite-
wait.
Oh,
Yeah, hang on. I want to hear all about this. Wait, let's get the
All
spin
right.
out of the
Yeah,
way
it
first.
gets-
And I want to hear.
It's Barebo, man.
Turbo.
Nice. Congratulations, dude. Wandering in Space. Great Steam VR game. There you go, man. Can't beat that. And multiplayer coming. That's going to be freaking cool, man. That's going to be a good, we have to revisit that when a multiplayer comes. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, D, tell us about your time in Edge of Nowhere.
Dude, it was okay. You know me, and I scare easily, maybe.
Yeah.
A little bit. But yes, I played a couple hours into it. It's pretty cool. I was gonna say it reminds me of Horizon, but then actually,
what game was this again?
Edge of Nowhere.
This is Edge of Nowhere.
Right.
So just for some context, this game came out in 2016, I think, Wes.
Yeah, developed by the now Sony-owned Insomniac Games. It's a AAA VR game.
Yeah, this was an Oculus-funded game. This was an Oculus, it was made by Insomniac, but this was not an Oculus exclusive game on the Rift, on the Rift store. So it's PC VR only. But yeah, I mean, this is probably one of my favorite all-time games. I would definitely put it. I'd have to put it in my top 10 at least, maybe top 15. It would be up there. This game is amazing. This game is, and still today, D. I don't know what you thought about the graphics, but even still today, that game stands up. This game came out in the heyday of PC VR when you had still today some of the best looking PC VR games came out in the period of time when this came out.
Yeah, if you would have put me in there and said, "Yeah, this came out 7 years ago," I would have been like, "Bullshit,"
Yeah.
Great.
says, "I love Edge of Nowhere, but an OLED. That would be cool."
First person. Let's get it on PSVR 2.
First person and OLED. Now we're talking.
Guys, I loved it in third person, man. So if anybody doesn't know what this game is, like Edge of Nowhere, it's like a third person. It's almost like a platformer, right, D? It's like an adventure platformer because you're doing a lot of running and like jumping, onto from platform to platform. You're doing a lot of climbing.
Yeah.
Like ice pick climbing, which is super cool.
That's why I mentioned, Horizon, because I was
Mm.
like, well, this game reminds me of Horizon, but actually, this came out 7 years ago, and this just,
Right.
Todd, you
uh,
need to play this game. I can't
Yeah, I
believe you've
do.
never played this game.
No,
Wes,
me
it's got a
neither,
funky
actually.
story to it too, right?
Oh, the story's the best, man. It's kind of this Lovecraftian horror. It's not like an overt horror game, but it's like psychological horror. It's pretty cool.
yeah, but shit will scare you.
Yeah.
Well,
You
did
need to
Right.
keep going,
you
dude.
said you
Oh,
got 2
I
hours in it, right,
will.
Dee?
Oh,
Wait
I
till
will.
so you got to some of when you definitely got to some of the bad boys in there when you have to like throwing rocks and trying to sneak by him
Yeah.
and oh yeah.
Yeah, there was one part where I died like 5 fucking
I'm
times.
watching the
I'm like,
trailer, and that
I don't
looks
know what to
creepy as hell.
do. But that was cool. I can't wait, get back into it, It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a good one. You should stream it, D. That people would love to see you stream it.
Yeah.
Philosic says it plays like Uncharted. It definitely does play like Uncharted. Like
Yeah, that's what it looks
to
like,
me,
yeah.
that it could be Uncharted. Like that could be like that. Like if you do see an Uncharted VR, that's what I think it'll play like. Kind of like this. So let's jump into this, Wes. I want to talk about Firmament because we're gonna cover it tomorrow on Virtual Strangers. Have you had a chance to get in and play it yet?
No, I've got it installed. I was about to play it, just had finished up my day of work, and then I realized, oh yeah, Eric wants me to come on his show. So that's probably exactly what I'm going to do. The minute we sign off here, I'm probably going to go jump into Firmament, or I might go jump into that quest game that we got earlier today too.
Oh my god,
Mm.
how have I not gotten into that game yet? I'm freaked out, dude.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. Going to be a cool couple of days.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Impact Reality just got access to a game that's gonna blow your freaking mind, man. On the Quest 2. So cool. Love it.
Substatica says Zim's playing it live. A lot of people are covering Firmament today. I mean, smaller channels, bigger channels, a lot of people.
Yeah, so here's what I heard about it. I haven't played it yet, but I hear it's got some issues, man. It does not play well. It has some serious graphic issues and lag issues and just kind of brokenness, not optimized well, not playing well on certain systems. Mike VR Oasis came out and said he had an issue. He's running a 4090. He had issues running this game, and Roar McRip Helmet just said I played Firmament 2 hours ago. My RTX 27 may have a hard time with it. Wes, this is issue, man. This is issue that we have with games like this coming out. We got some flat games coming out in the same way with what was it, the new Star Wars game, the Star Wars Jedi game, and another game from a studio that is well versed in VR in Cyan, releasing a game that's not perfect.
Same thing that happened with the Abduction. Abduction ran very poorly for a long time. They eventually fixed it, and it's a great game today. But I'm not shocked. I'm surprised that we're hearing this, but I'm not shocked. Like we've seen it before.
I mean, so much so that Mike said that he wouldn't even play it right now. Like he said that
Wow,
he's
that bad?
recommending people wait until they patch it and then go play it.
Yeah, I'm going to try it out. I mean, if that's the case, obviously we probably won't do a full segment on it tomorrow. We're just going to give it 5 minutes and move on. But hopefully this is something that's just specific to certain hardware configurations and certain people running Windows 11, this sort of thing.
Yep.
And maybe we can get in there and it actually be an enjoyable experience. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, because Samson 143 VR is saying Dr. Greg's 4090 ran it well. So it could be from system to system. CPUs do make a difference, but it's not. It's not just Mike that I heard saying these things. There's several people out there that I heard are having issues playing it, and
someone was saying that Zim's live stream is all choppy right now as well.
Some of the reviews I've seen, which, like I said, I don't want to say anything until I play it, but some of the reviews I've seen have not been great. Just saying that it's from what I've heard from a couple different people, it seems like it's a game that it feels like the VR is an afterthought, which is strange because this is built from the ground up as a VR game.
Yeah.
But they're very much saying that the VR seems like it's a tacked on feature and doesn't feel like a VR game.
Well, that sounds disappointing. What's up, D?
I gotta
peacing
go,
out?
man.
Oh,
You got to go
peacing out.
already, D?
Dude, yeah.
Wow, this flew
Freaking
by.
work. I know.
You got to go back and talk to all those idiots.
Well, I gotta type to those idiots. Oh wait, did
That's
I
true.
what?
You said it.
Nope, I did
didn't.
not say
No,
it.
it wasn't you. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was Todd.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you guys are still on when I clock out, I'll hop back in. But
Cool. Thank you, D.
All right.
We appreciate
bye,
you taking care of
guys.
everything in the
Bye,
background.
everybody.
Everybody say goodbye to D. We'll see her.
Bye,
Hopefully,
D.
we'll either see her later tonight or we'll see her next week for sure. So
So
yeah, Wes, are you concerned about this at all?
So here's what we're gonna do, Eric. I'm reading the reviews. Most of the negative reviews are coming from people playing in VR.
Mhm.
So here's what we do: we go into the flat version and reshade it.
Instead of playing in VR.
And instead of playing the VR mode.
Oh my god, that would be funny. We should do that.
It'd be hilarious if it performed
Real time
better.
review.
Real time review. The VR. We could do a side by side. You run it in VR and I'll run it in reshade and see which one looks better or plays better.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. You have been very much looking forward to this game. This game I have been like, I want this game to be fantastic. Like I want this game to be Wanderer. Like I want it to be Wanderer with Cyan Twist and have it be freaking amazing. And I am just worried that this is more Mist and less Wanderer. And if it's more Mist and it's like super hard puzzles that frustrate you and you have to like read a whole bunch of text and if you have to do a whole bunch of Mist things where I'm having to like take notes and things like that, I'm not there, man, with this game.
You don't want to work for your VR? Is that what you're saying?
Who does? Like, I just don't. I mean, again, I talked about this before. Playing these types of games flat, sitting in front of your computer, drinking your Pepsi and eating popcorn is different than sitting in a VR headset when it can be hot, it can be frustrating, it can be whatever, and the puzzles get frustrating, and then you have to either get out of the headset and like kind of reset yourself, and and then getting back into the headset can be hard, and to me, you have a barrier with virtual reality and hard puzzle games that you have to get through. I'm not saying everybody does, but if you're making this game for the masses, you have to make them to where
I
they're
agree
approachable for
completely
everybody.
because you're right. Like if it's too hard, not only do you take the headset off out of frustration, but the next time I go to put it on, that's not a game I'm going to go back to because of the frustration.
Yeah.
Where with a flat game, you're right. You can pop it off, watch Netflix in the corner of your screen while you're trying to figure out this game or whatever. It's a totally different atmosphere.
And not for nothing, but I'm coming right off the heels of playing through Red Matter 2 and
Right.
going into this. So it needs to be good if it's going to live up to that, which is fucking amazing on PSVR.
Right, and then that's what I want. I want engaging puzzles that are clever and make me kind of scratch my head, but don't get me to the point where I'm frustrated, where I'm like, fuck it, I just want to do this anymore. You know what I mean? Because again, if you make it uncomfortable for me to where I don't want to do it, and to where I can't figure things out, I'm gonna get out, and then I'm probably not gonna go back. Again, we just talked about how many things there are to play. Like, there's so many games for me to play right now, Wes. I mean, Jesus, it's tough to keep up. We just talked about a game that's not even out yet. That freaking, we just want to go in and play that game. And I guarantee, if we start playing that game, we're not gonna stop until that
You're
one's
not going to play
done.
anything else.
So, in a time where you have all these games, if you become a game where people are just like, that's uncomfortable, I don't feel like doing that. That seems like work. I just don't know if this game's going to do well. You know what I mean? And I know Mist didn't do well.
Well, I mean, again, they were kind of selling to their own crowd with that one, and not everyone who's a big Mist fan has VR or VR headsets, and how much of a headset seller is that really? I mean, some people buy headsets for it, I'm sure, but most of the real hardcore Mist fans have played through Mist a dozen times already. This is different. This is the first new IP from Cyan in years. Cyan has a large following. I mean, they raised $1.5 million in Kickstarter for this game. So I think it'll be great eventually. But again, it's going to take some time probably for them to work through the bumps,
Mm-hmm. I mean, we know it can be done. Puzzle games in VR can be done. You can do them right. You just said Red Matter. This is probably one you've played through it twice now.
Yeah,
on two different platforms because it's that
great.
freaking good, and the story's good and the graphics are beautiful, but the puzzles are fun. They're
Yep.
intriguing, they're engaging, but they don't get to the point where you nope out, which is great. You got to find that mix. And then Wanderer, which is, many people voted as game of the year last year, was that perfect mix for me. It had the perfect mix of engaging, thought-provoking puzzles that didn't get me frustrated, that made me think, wow, that's a freaking cool puzzle, the way the way you have to figure that out. So it can be done. It just has to be done properly. And I think if you go too far, you can go too far both ways. You can make the puzzle stupid to where I'm like, I mean, to me,
they wrote the number on the board.
Exactly. I was just going to say, to me, the propagation VR was the too far the other way. You know what I mean? I'm like,
Right.
and then, you have, a mist, which is, too far the opposite way, where, it gets super, frustrating. I just don't want to do it. So yeah, I mean, I can definitely see where you can have issues finding the happy medium, but I don't know. I'm hopeful for this game. I'm looking forward to getting in and just trying it out. I hope it's something good. And if I can't run it, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like every game now is broken.
Don't let these taint your experience, though, right? You got to go in there open-minded and hope that the jank is there machine related. It's got to be difficult for developers to develop for a billion different types of computers, right? Like, everyone's got different types of memory, different speeds of memory, different types of graphics card, different brands of graphics card makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. You got to go in to these kind of things and look at these reviews and be like, yeah, okay, well, Mike had a shitty time, but hopefully I won't.
Yeah, and I will. I'll give it the benefit of the doubt.
So they're quoting recommended specs for this one, 1080 Ti.
Yeah, right.
But also 32 gigabytes of RAM.
Wow, most people don't have 32 gigabytes. That's an issue.
Mm-hmm.
I would say there's a lot of people sitting on 8 gigabytes still, and I would probably say the majority, at least 80%, probably only sitting on 16.
You know what I find interesting is the recommended processor. Both the minimum and recommended, they're both AMD processors. They don't say anything about the Intel equivalent.
Really?
Did you notice recommended is also Windows 11?
Really?
Yeah, which is weird for a VR title.
Because normally Windows 11 does not play well with VR.
I had no issues playing games when I was running Windows 11. I know people have, but I didn't.
They recommend 8-core processor, which is fairly standard now, but not everyone has an 8-core processor. A lot of people have 4 and 6-core processors that use multi-threading to get the numbers up. It's interesting. Over the next few days, we'll see if there's any easy fixes. For example, some games suffer a little bit if you have multi-threading enabled in the in-game settings, and sometimes shutting that off will get rid of lag.
But it also shows Intel i5 1100 series, 11,000 series, sorry. So 11th gen i5 processors as recommended. 11th gen is pretty new, right? Like, you're 9th gen. I'm 10th gen.
I was just talking to Todd.
That's going to have issues.
I literally thought this. I had it in my head for some reason. I had an i9 9700. I just recently went from 16 gigabytes of RAM to 32 gigabytes of RAM. When I was doing it, I actually ended up looking at like all my numbers and everything. And I have an i7 9700, not an i9. I'm sitting on a 7th gen processor. I guarantee I'm bottlenecking my 3080 Ti.
7th gen processor is the minimum requirement on this game.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have a tough time running this game. And with my 3080 Ti, I'm gonna have a tough time. And I literally, guys, everybody's like talking about RAM right now. I literally just upgraded to 32 gigabytes like 2 weeks ago. I was sitting on 16 for that most of that time because that's all you normally need. So if you're making your game right now and you're saying that you need 32, that's an issue.
Yeah.
Most people don't have it. Most people don't have it.
Yeah, I upgraded about a year ago, but you're right. Luckily, I mean, if that's the one thing that's holding you back, it's relatively inexpensive to upgrade.
It's the processor that's going to get most people, I think.
I think it's time, man. I think it's time to upgrade, Wes. We may have to start upgrading. I think it's time to get rid of that CPUs.
Well, I mean, I'm still happy with mine. I'm not on a 10 series yet, but I'm running a 9900K, which is a 8-core chip with 16 threads, and it boosts to over 5 gigahertz. I mean, those are pretty impressive specs. I think we're getting there, though. I think in another year or two, I'll need to upgrade.
Yeah, because I was thinking that my i9 9700, I would be okay not bottlenecking my 3080 Ti. With an i7, I think I'm definitely bottlenecking that 3080 Ti, and that may be the reason I have some issues when I'm streaming. And sometimes when I go to certain things and I go to stream them, I think I have issues. And it might be might be my CPU. That's very possible.
Could be. Yeah.
I've only
PC is
got 8
such a
cores
weird
on mine
thing.
as well.
PC's a weird thing, and different configurations can just totally fuck different games. It's an odd situation. Todd said it earlier. There's so many different configurations. It's almost infinite the amount of different configurations you can have, and that's why I'm a console gamer primarily.
I know, right? It's so easy.
Much
You
less
just like
game.
turn it on and play.
Yeah.
For all those people out there who want to know how they can check, if you just hit your Windows button on Windows XP 7, 8, 9, 10, or 11, and type the word system information, just start typing, it'll autofill and you can hit enter and it'll pop up everything you need to know.
There you go. Everybody do it now and then put your system specs in the chat.
I'm doing it right now.
Do it right now. Let's let everybody do it. So what do we do? What are we typing in, Todd?
Just hit the start button on your Windows computer, type
Yeah.
the word system information, and you'll see it at the top of your menu. And
Yep.
hit go, and there it is.
So I am running, let's see. I already told everybody already, but I'm running Windows 10, by the way. I am running an i7 9700, 3.60 gigahertz.
If there's in the chat.
My board is an ASRock. I'm running a Z390 Phantom gaming board. With oh, it doesn't show me it doesn't show your graphics card on here though.
It does. You have to go into hardware resources or components.
Oh, is that where it is? Okay.
Components. Under display, probably. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, NVIDIA GTI.
There you go.
Think you're better
Yeah.
than me because of your TI?
Yeah, I don't have a TI.
Wait a minute. Don't you have a
3080.
TI? I thought you had a TI. No.
Nope, just standard 3080 for me.
Yep, same.
Nice. Tasselhoff says he's running a AMD Ryzen 9 5900 and with a Radeon graphics card. 1660 Ti for Wolveraza. That's old school.
Whoa,
You're doing good.
See,
oh,
this
Samsung's got a 12 core. Oh wow, that's a nice processor.
See, this is what my point, Todd. If you look at your processor next to mine, most people would say that you would be better off because you've got the 10 series processor versus my 9 series. But look at the stats. Like mine's at 3.6 gigahertz.
And that's not even overclocked yet. So
Yeah,
yep.
right, exactly.
Oh, no, i9's definitely a better processor. Especially anything in the K series, you can get a i7 in the K series too. That's even a better processor.
Right, and with these Intel chips, man, you can get an i9 that's maybe a generation or two older, that has better stats, and really the only difference is that it's not as thermally efficient, but you can get it $100 less. You know, and you have much more wide compatibility with motherboards because it's been out for a while. So yeah, when I upgrade, it'll probably be like to an 11 series. I won't go to like a 12 or a 13 when it happens, because that'll be the better value.
Lincoln Clay here is running a beefy computer with a 4090 with an i9 12900, 32 gigabytes of DDR5. That
you
is
think you're better than me?
bro. That is beefy. I want that rig. I want your rig, Lincoln. I want your rig.
Mepper's running my exact configuration, I think.
Oh, is he?
I think so, yeah. 9900K with 32 gigs of RAM, Windows 10.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
Jungle Juice is running a 4070 Ti with
112 gigs of RAM.
112 gigabytes. Oof, damn. Bro.
I got 64 gigs. I thought I was doing good.
Creeper Betty's here. What's up, yo? What's up, Betty? She's I love Pooter Talk. You know who else loves Pooter Talk?
My mom.
Yes, she does. Oh man, happy Friday Eve.
Betty stopped playing Tabor long enough to come and tell us hi.
Yeah, right.
Betty, we're gonna go do some runs in Tabor after this. Betty, Todd said he wants to go in and play some Tabor.
Yeah, I just want to do that.
Wes wants to skip Firmament now. That's a piece of crap.
Go play Red Matter, man, Eric. We got to show
I know.
you.
I need it. I know. I'm taking the day off tomorrow. Yeah, I'm figuring you're going to work most of the day, and I'll take the day off.
Probably right.
Oh man, I do love talking specs.
Firmament away while we're
let's do that. Let's give a key to Firmament away, and everybody else can. Then whoever is playing it can tell us if it kills their system.
Nobody's going to want the key anymore now. We've shit on it.
I know.
30 minutes.
I know, right?
Never played it. Shit all over it. Giving it away because we don't want it.
Damn. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Mepper's got an i9-9900 with 32 gigabytes. Yeah.
And if I win, I'll give it away again, but only after it's good. I'm going to hold on to it.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Oh, Big Will from Real Optics has got a beefy computer too with an i9 10th gen 3080 Ti Founders.
Nice.
It's a nice system right there.
Nah.
I am not doing anything AMD, by the way. Mateo 311 wins Firmament, eh?
Does Matt have a video up on it yet?
No.
I don't think so.
I'm sure he's probably got a key, but we should ask him before we say he shouldn't get it. So, if he wants to donate it back, we'll give it away again next week. But I think we should hold it in case he wants it, and maybe he wants to give it to his community, or maybe he doesn't have it. I don't even know. I'm sure he does, but you never know. You never know.
Maybe he wants to check it out.
But I'm curious. I like hearing people's processors and how they're playing. It's fun to see how they're doing it, and more and more, some of these older cards are still workable. Literally, guys. You can get into PCVR pretty inexpensively now. Literally, I think you could put a good rig together that plays VR for $800. Think you could do that?
I'm about to go into that mode again.
Who are you building for a rig for now?
Isabel wants one for Christmas, so we have to start. If we want to maximize our budget, we have to start looking for components now, and catch the sales in July and in November to maximize. But yeah, it could be a pretty good time to build right now. You just had the 4060s and 4070s hit the market, which are offering up a lot of performance for a relatively decent price. What that's going to mean for those of us who are buying stuff aftermarket and secondhand is that we should be able to find some pretty good deals on 20 series cards, right? Like 2080 should be pretty affordable right now on like Facebook Marketplace, and that's kind of what I'm going to be looking for. And your graphics card is always that one thing that you build your whole rig around. It's the first thing that you should buy. It's the thing you should put the most money into. So we're starting there, and we're keeping our eyes open.
Yeah, I was talking to Todd earlier. I think I'm on the verge right now. Just because now I'm thinking about it with my CPU. I'm like, I need to upgrade my CPU. I have a couple other issues anyway. I have a rogue program that fucks up. I can't play Tarkov on my computer anymore. Right. I have a rogue program that just cannot be gotten rid of. We couldn't
get rid of. Yeah.
Trust me, Todd's like an IT guy. He does it for a living, and we sat for 2 hours one day, and we cannot get rid of this rogue program that I have. Thankfully, it only messes with Tarkov, but I have to play Tarkov on my laptop because I can't use it. But anyway, it's time for me to upgrade. But for me, the only thing that's really salvageable out of my computer right now is my card, my 3080 Ti, and my 32 gigabytes of RAM I just put in. Like literally everything else has to be changed.
But even then, if you get a new processor with a 12th to 13th gen processor or a motherboard,
I might as well go to 4090.
You might as well go to DDR5 memory too.
I might as well go to DDR. Literally, I could take this computer that I have right now and probably sell it.
Yeah, I would sell it as is.
Sell it as a unit, and it would be great for somebody. You know what I mean? With a 3080 Ti with 32 megabytes of Corsair, you know what I mean. And it's got a great card. It's got a good motherboard, and it's got a decent CPU. But yeah, that's probably my best bet. And just to go and just upgrade the whole thing.
You should give it to your daughter.
Oh my God, it's too beefy. It's too beefy.
I'm gonna have to give mine to my daughter, I'm sure.
But still, I don't want. Look, I'm not giving my 9-year-old daughter this computer, man. No way. I want to give it to somebody who could use it, and she'd be freaking playing Roblox in this thing. I would piss myself if I had to spend my money on that and then give it to my daughter.
Here's what you do, man. You buy yourself like a 2060, 2070, and just pull your graphics card out, stick that in it, give that to her, and then take your 3080 and build around it.
I could. That's very. It's very. I
Come on,
definitely
you think
could do
Eric's not going for a 4000 series graphics
I know,
card?
that's
He
the only thing
upgrades.
I'm like,
Well, here's the
for it.
thing. Here's the thing. By the time you
Never
get all that,
happening.
by the time you get all that shit and get it all put together, they're going to be talking about the 5 series, and the 5 series is going to double up on the 4 series stats, and it's going to be much cheaper because that's how it runs. Every other generation, they have one they try to deal with all the criticism from price gouging for the last couple of years.
Yeah, the
That's why-
mining world is also going to help with that, right? Like,
Right.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
the 20
graphically
series,
mined, so.
2080s came out and they were $1,200. 3080s come out and they were $800.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now we're back up to 12 with the 4 series.
Yep.
You
Which,
see-
if I had just waited a little bit longer, I would have. I just kicked myself now because I paid 12 for my 3080 Ti. When I bought my 3080 Ti, you couldn't get cards. Like literally
that
just
was-
started being like I was
I have
still in
30 graphics cards behind me if you need one.
No, you really do. Not doing anything anymore, right?
Not doing anything anymore.
Just sitting there. Todd was the graphics card king.
I was a hoarder.
But yeah, I mean, I have a ton of money into this graphics card because, like I said, it was when you could not get graphics cards, and I was happy to find it. I was like, holy crap! I
was
almost
obsessed. I was
Yeah.
obsessed because the way it happened with me, and you're right, it was nearly impossible. If you sleep, I didn't. I just stayed up. I had all kinds of like bots and stuff running on my computer to ping the websites every like 30 seconds so
Yeah.
I can catch one in stock. So literally when I decided to upgrade, I couldn't afford a 3080. I sold all of my stuff so that I could afford a 3070. I ended up getting like a generic, like a Zotac 3080 or something, and ended up selling it for a profit and getting EVGA. And then like it was one of the lower end EVGAs, like supercharged or something like that. And then I had that for a little while, and then my name come up on the list to get the FTW3, like the good EVGA 3080. So when my name came up on the list, I sold the one I had in my computer again for a profit again. And then and don't kill me for scalping.
Those were
everyone.
the times, man.
That wasn't my intention, and I only made like $150 each time I sold one. I could have sold it for a big profit because you couldn't get it at the time. I could have sold those cards for $1,200. I put $950 on them and sold them and took those modest profits and just put it into a better card. So I didn't actually put any money in my pocket, but by being vigilant and getting cards at a time that it was impossible to get cards and moving them on to gamers, I was able to get something. I was able to live above my means, so to speak, just by hustling a little bit. So,
and then
yeah.
got to do some of these
That card
things. I know.
lasts a long time.
Yeah, and VR with Jasmine stopped into the chat. What is up,
Mhm.
Jazz? How are you doing? Jasmine's doing some major things she can't talk about, but she's having fun doing them, and she says she's super drained and super tired.
You know who else is doing a bunch of things they can't talk about?
My
Yes,
mom.
always. Typical Kiwi has stopped in. Gear is here. Let's see what else. Who I saw. Junami Aldridge Pendragosa is here. Wow, that's a big one. But yeah, what's up, Jazz? How are you doing? Welcome home if you're home. Let's see. You know what I
Jay.
did?
I think that's Jay, our graphics guy.
Oh, nice for Impact. Yeah, wholesome. What's
what
up,
up,
Jay?
Jay?
What's up, Jay? I should have known that. Yeah, you're right. You know what I did get this week, guys? Which I've been like going back and forth with this one for a long time. Is I went and got a Valve Steam Deck. I don't have it yet. I ordered it. Yeah, I ordered it. I've been kind of like going back and forth with Steam Deck, and remember Mateo was here last week, and he was saying how much he loves the Steam Deck, and I originally pre-ordered one, and I canceled it, and I've kind of talked myself in and out of it a whole bunch of times. I'm like, I don't know when I'll use it, but I travel a ton now, and then what kind of put me over the edge is, so Rokid sent me these glasses, these media glasses. And Jasmine was trying them too, and she said she absolutely loved these Rokid glasses, And when she was testing them, she went in and she was like, I just meant to go in and test them and check them out. And she said she ended up using them for like 5 hours watching movies. And then she said, after that, she hooked up her
Switch.
Nintendo Switch, and she played for like another 3 or 4 hours on her Nintendo Switch. So it got me thinking, I'm like, if it's that good with the Switch, I know that you can play the Steam Deck on it. And man, if I can get in and do some gaming, and I'm not a huge, flat gamer, but there's games that I want to play, and if I can do it, and when I'm away from home, and if I can use these glasses and basically have a 200 freaking inch screen TV in front of my eyes, which basically the Rokid are, these things are pretty awesome, man.
Why didn't you go with the Asus? Why'd you go with the Steam Deck?
I looked, I did some homework on it, but here's the Rokid, guys. I got a thing coming on it, but super cool, man. You can do a lot with these things. I love these things, and I have some of the Rokid. These are the Rokid Max, but the Rokid, I had the Rokid Air is what I did. I had the old one, but the Rokid Max are even bigger and better. And I'm super serious. So my Steam Deck should be here next week, and I'm looking forward to checking those out. So I looked at both. I looked at the Asus. I went to a whole bunch of places I go to, like Jay's 2 Cents. I went to and looked at Linus, and there was issues with the Asus one which it's supposed to be a little bit beefier, a little bit better. But at the lower power consumption, the Steam Deck is better. It's got a bigger screen. There's issues with the buttons on the Asus one where the buttons stick. Everybody I talked to said the same thing. Not talked to, but everybody I watched. I mean, Jay's 2 Cents said the X buttons stuck a couple of different times. Linus said it stuck. So they, it wasn't like, and it wasn't like the slam dunk that the Asus was that much better. And for something like, and they said the operating system, the Windows operating system on the handheld is terrible. They said the Steam operating system to run this, which I don't know exactly what the operating system is. I assume it's big screen, Steam big screen or whatever they call it.
I think so.
Is running this. So they just said it's so much better to run. So I figured at this point I'll just go and get the Valve Steam Deck instead. So I'm looking forward to checking it out. I'll try it, and it's cool. It's cool. I think it's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and man, I've been picking up all these free games now for Steam that I can try and play on there later. Like, what was the free game today? Was there the whole
the
Metro Exodus series was like I got it for free on Steam today.
Yeah, Metro's free on Steam, and Death Stranding is free on Epic Game Store right now.
Yeah, Death Stranding is free on Epic. That's freaking awesome too.
Yep.
There's another one. I've got games in my library that I just haven't been able to play, man, just because there's no time. And now I can get on the road, and if I can have these awesome glasses and play my Steam Deck on the road or on a plane, and freaking, I'm gonna do it, man.
Yeah,
so,
that's cool. I'm super jealous.
I knew you would be. That's why I did it.
Well.
No, I thought it would be a perfect thing because we're going to review these glasses. You know what I mean? And it was, Jasmine can do the review, and she can do them with her Switch, which I don't have a Switch. And then I'll do it with the Steam Deck, so we'll kind of get the hit it from both sides. Do you know who else likes to get hit from both sides?
There you go.
Typical Kiwi says, "I'll wait for your Steam Deck review." Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, I've been talking myself out of this thing for over a year, so I finally kind of pulled the plug on it. Hussein X says Jay's did a video on the Quest Pro and the XR Elite a couple of days ago, and let's talk about that because I did watch that one too when I was watching Jay, and Jay likes the Quest Pro and hates the XR. He doesn't hate it. I shouldn't say that. He's not a big fan of the XR Elite. Now, he didn't do anything but an unboxing and putting it on his head. He didn't check anything out. It's basically his first impressions of the XR Elite.
20 minutes he had it in his hand, he is not a fan.
No, he did not like it, man. And
what the hell's going on here, Eric, with this? I mean, we tried this thing in Vegas and it was awesome, but nobody likes the version that's coming in the mail. Do you think it's a different thing that these people are getting?
The facial interface that he's complaining that the facial interface has light bleed because it doesn't actually cover his eyes. I've used a few of them now, and I never had that problem. In glasses mode, he shakes his head and falls off. I really agree with that one. In glasses mode, it is really not useful.
Yeah, you have to be careful when taking in that prawn.
Yeah, and that over the head thing that he was complaining about, definitely an afterthought as well.
Yeah, that's not great. I don't like that thing. But I to be honest with you, we've worn it a ton now. I don't think I've ever had it on. Like, I don't think
I've
it
never
ever
had the
needed
top
it.
strap on, but I've never played for an hour and a half either. I played for 5 minutes, 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Like with my Quest Pro, and now that it's completely kitted out with my kick-ass headphones,
Look at you.
the giant globular thing on the back, the strap along the top. Like I love this thing. Like ridiculously love this thing.
Yeah, I mean this kind of like goes into our next topic, Wes, as I was going to talk about, because the number one version 54 is coming out already for the Quest. Literally just got 53 like a week ago, and version 54 is already. Does anybody update versions faster and more than freaking Meta?
No.
It's insane how much they do this. Like,
But is it a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. I'm like, because
I
they
don't
break
either.
everything every time they do it. So it's if they never broke anything when they did these versions and everybody had a great experience, I'd be like, wow, this is a company that really supports their shit, man. They're constantly updating. The problem is, Wes, every time they do these updates, there's millions of people that are like, yeah, I can't even use my headset right now. It's completely unusable because something broke.
Yeah, I long for the days when Quest 2 only did 5 things, but they did them every time, and you just had to pick it up and use it. Yeah, it's a problem. It's to the point now where I don't like using my Quest 2 anymore. Now I will when there's an exclusive game. For example, I mean, there's some pretty awesome Quest exclusive stuff coming up next week. I'm going to enjoy getting in and playing that, but I'm sure I won't be able to just pick it up and play. It's going to be some kind of issue with my with my guardian boundary, for example, or something like that I have to redo when I should just be able to pick it up and go.
Yeah, I mean, and we'll kind of talk about that a little bit, because I was talking to Todd about topics before the show, and we were talking about this Quest version. I said, Todd, I want to talk about this again, because one of the in this version 54, one of the improvements is they're improving the Quest Pro controller tracking. Now, these controllers are already the best controllers that I've ever used on a MetaQuest headset, or on anything maybe besides the PlayStation VR2 controllers. These things are amazing. The tracking on these are the best I've ever seen. Now, they have a little bit of issue every once in a while when you start up with them.
Yeah.
They don't want to line up with your hands for like a couple of seconds.
Oh, I don't even
And
get
then-
that. I just get that I can't switch from hands to controllers. Like it takes 30 seconds for my controllers to even show
Oh, really?
up.
Okay.
That drives me fucking crazy.
I very rarely go hand tracking, but my issue is when I turn it on, it takes like, I don't know, maybe 5 seconds, because what happens is my hand will be here, but my pointer will be coming from like over here. So like my hand is over here, and it takes a few seconds. I have to kind of wave it around, or I have to hit some of the buttons, and then all of a sudden it snaps in, and all of a sudden everything lines up perfectly. This is what they fixed, by the way. So this is what the tracking is still perfect. They fixed that little time period where you have this adjustment period where it doesn't line up perfectly. They basically fixed that. Assassin 32 says throw it again. No, I'm not throwing these again.
Yes,
That was funny.
I'm not doing that. I do like these now. I remember I told you that Task gave me these, and I had some issues.
You had them on
'cause
backwards.
I didn't have them on backwards. He's just
I remember that.
Task can be a pain in the ass. That's all it is. I think they were perfectly fine the way they were. Yeah, but I do like these things. I've been using them all the time now. Yeah, because
I
You
love
trust
them.
them?
I've
I
got
use this
leather
thing.
ones, and
W-
I love them.
Will
Yeah.
you throw a grenade open handed? Do you trust them
Oh,
that
yeah.
much?
Yeah.
Yep.
No, this
Yeah.
is not coming out of your hand. What I did have an issue was this thing right here, which is the quick aim. I use this for Ghost of Tabor with the Quest Pro controllers, and what happened was my controller wouldn't stay in it. It was sliding out. I just put a little piece of Velcro in there,
Oh, just
And
for a
it
little pressure.
just for a little pressure, and I stick it in now, and it doesn't come out. But yeah, I'll throw it. Everything's fine. I'm really good with it, and it's really good. Like using this in Tabor is fantastic. This thing is one of the best things. I don't know if I'd go to. I tried my Pro Tube in Tabor. It doesn't work for me. It's too bulky. It's too like I need to go. And you need to be able to switch back and forth so fast. And I can like aim down sights just like this so fast now, and then come off when I need to. Like when you get used to doing it with just this, and not have to worry about like magnets and like lining thing back up to get everything back together. This is so easy and so fast, and I'm just melting dudes into Tabor now. It's amazing. I love it. But anyway, Quest Pro, freaking love this headset. Now I've been saying this for a long time, and I know I've gotten a lot of opposition from a lot of people because this is an expensive headset. And I still wouldn't recommend people go buy this headset.
But
Wes, this is still my fucking favorite headset ever. It's
Yeah.
almost one of my favorite headsets of all time.
I have 10 headsets, and this is the one I use all the time.
Wow,
I love it.
just love this freaking headset. It's so comfortable. When I go back to the Quest 2 now, I feel like I'm wearing a rock on my head. And the
Like putting on a
lenses,
football helmet.
the lenses don't look anywhere near as good. These pancake lenses are freaking awesome, dude. And I don't even wear like the blocker. I don't even need the blockers anymore because having like the light leakage doesn't bother me the way it used to for some reason. I don't even know why. Like I used to have even like, I used to even put these things in the task made, these like little light blockers to kind of go around the lenses. I took them out because I don't need them anymore because it doesn't bother me. And this thing is so light. And any of the detriment here, like the battery life, I got it fixed now with the Bobo. I got a Bobo on there, and
I'm really looking forward to an actual Bobo.
But again, I still don't recommend it to anybody because it's too fucking expensive.
Yeah, I'll pick one up used in 6 months when they're like $600 after Quest 3 comes out, or maybe I'll win one.
Maybe you'll win one because there's going to be a hell of a lot of giveaways going on for Quest Pros right now. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. I think we're going to show a little trailer and we're going to talk about that. But the other headset I wanted to talk about real quick is this one right here, because this is the Valve Index. And this, I don't like anymore at all. It is kind of garbage town. I don't like it. I have to force myself into putting it on. And once I get in there, I'm like, I get that moment of, wow, this looks freaking amazing. And then it's so heavy and so uncomfortable. And the God rays suck so bad. That I don't want to use it anymore. I don't want to use it anymore.
That's weird. Yeah. I still use mine all the time. PCVR things, I won't use my Quest.
I am using like if I go into Ghost of Tabor now, I am absolutely jumping. Like tonight, when I get done with this, I'll go grab something to drink after the show. I'll take a quick like 5-minute break, and then I'm gonna be on and I'll hook my Quest Pro up. I'll grab it. I'll click the button for AirLink. I'll click over my audio so I can hear in Discord, and then I'm done, dude. That's it. It's on my head. I'm playing. It's the closest thing you're gonna get, Wes, to console gaming.
Don't tell
There's
me that.
no fucking around with my plugs. There's no screwing around with my computer. Literally, I have the AirLink works so good now. I can't stream with it. Forget about streaming. But 99% of the people don't stream. It's just our issues with streaming. But if you're just a regular user, you don't care about streaming. Okay, but it works so quick and so easy now. I don't have to have any wires. I don't have to go run my wire to my Kiwi. I don't have to I was telling Todd, because I have 3 monitors, I literally have to unplug a monitor to go plug my Valve Index in. Because for some reason my computer, I have a port for it, empty port, but I plug it in and it doesn't recognize. I have to unplug a monitor for the computer to recognize my Valve Index. It's just a pain in the ass. And when I want to jump in quick after a show, because I got like a limited time, I just want to do it quickly and easy, and I can do that with the Quest Pro and have a great experience.
You don't sleep. We know that.
G2 for life, bro. $400, 2,100.
Seriously,
about 2,100 per eye. Come on, son. All night. You can keep your Valve Index.
Yeah, well, now like Todd was the opposite. We were talking earlier, and Todd's like, I already have mine plugged in. It just sits there all the time. I don't ever take the
It's on a
cord
special
down.
little hook. Like I never take the cord off the roof. It's all tied up nice. I release one little cable thing and then I'm off. Like
that's me. I leave my my G2 plugged in all the time now, and I just the only time I unplug is when I'm doing like a mod or something, and something that's very resource heavy. I'll go grab my Rift S, which by the way might be what I have to do for Firmament apparently. So
Yeah, right.
I'm going to try. Yeah. I'm going to try on G2 first. I mean, it could be one of these things like I couldn't run to war the other night without crashing until I went over to my G2 and it ran perfectly fine. Same thing with like I Left 4 Dead. We kept having problems with out of Rift S. Go to G2, it's fine. So yeah, we'll try on G2 first when we go into Firmament, but I'd say it'll blue screen me immediately if it's really running that bad.
Here's the other issue with the Valve Index 2. It's a freaking dinosaur because it uses these, and they die. And
what is that?
I just had mine. I just had my so my Valve Index base stations, my 2.0 base stations died. One of them died, and because the motor died. It happens. And luckily, thankfully, we have an awesome community member, Mickey Barrios, Mickey Bear. who donated his headset to Skiba, by the way, and he doesn't need these base stations anymore. So he heard that mine died, and he's like, "I'll just send you mine." So he sent me these are the HTC index, the HTC base station. So I'm gonna have replacements because I do PCVR with my index from time to time when I want like super fidelity or my Pimax or whatever. So thank you, Mickey, for sending these, and these are awesome. I'm getting myself hooked back up with these, but this is another reason they're so outdated, man. I just don't. Nobody wants to do these anymore.
Yeah.
Once they're up on the wall, you never have to touch them.
Except for
Until
Brad.
they die.
Wow.
Except for Brad.
All kinds of shit dies.
I know, but they're expensive, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are some of the biggest prices. The Valve Index is $500, by the way, if you buy the headset. The freaking controllers and the base stations are almost as much as the headset.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get them used through GameStop for a fairly reasonable price. And I considered it for a minute just because I wanted to get those base stations and those controllers, because that opens up so many other things for you, like Pimax and
Right.
what's the other super high fidelity one, Eric?
The Vario.
Vario. Like
Vario
I was talking to the Vario lady in San Francisco, and she was talking about maybe sending a review unit out. And then I got back to the room, and it dawned on me, I don't have base stations anyway. I couldn't. If they sent me one, I couldn't use it.
You'd have to go buy base stations just to get one. I know. Yeah. And Valve, and that was another topic we were talking about tonight. And Valve, with their new Deckard, if that's what they're going to call it, or that's what the code name still is, and this new headset that, they're finally hiring some new people on this headset that we'll probably never see. I don't know. Seems like it's a ghost to me, but we know that is not going to be a base station headset, or they've touted it as not a base station headset. It'll be an inside out tracked headset. So I think, base stations are going away. I don't think we're going to see any more base stations anyway after this.
They're
Unless
gonna be optional.
HTC still runs them.
Yeah, I think they'll be optional. I don't think you'll need it. I think it'll be something kind of like what Pimax is doing, where you have the option to go inside out, or you can use base stations depending on what you like.
Yeah, and that's another thing with the Index too. Let's talk about replacement shit. People have replacement cables, and then Skiba has just went through his 6th set of controllers. Valve Index controllers. That's ridiculous, man.
That is crazy.
But how many hours does he put into the Index compared to how many hours he puts into his Quest?
Yes, but this
if the tables returned, he'd be replacing Quest controllers like crazy.
But we've heard for years about the shitty Index controllers. I mean, Anthony from VR365 had one of his classic rants was over Valve or Steam and him having issues. They didn't want to replace his controllers, right, Wes?
Yeah, I blame the Valve Index controllers for taking Anthony out of our space, because that was one of the last rants he had, right? And he was done at that point.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done. See you later. Sunset. I know. I don't know. I'm ready for a new headset from Valve. I like the Index. It's a great looking headset. And again, every time I jump into it, I'm wowed at how great it looks. I mean, with 144 hertz, it runs freaking so buttery smooth. Yeah. It's got a great field of view. It's just the detractors are just not, there's too many detractors. And again, if I don't have a ton of time, I'm just going to go to the Quest Pro because it's so damn good. And it's so easy to set up. I don't know. But again, I'll say it again. I can't recommend the Quest Pro. I'm in such a weird thing with this because I'm in love with this headset, Todd. But I still can't tell people to go out and buy it. Like, it's still at $900. It's still not a good enough deal.
Completely agree with you.
But it is the
$900 for the headset, and then another $200 for all the shit that I put on my headset to make it more comfortable.
But is the XR Elite at $1,100 a better deal?
No.
But we're saying that's a great headset.
Not everyone.
A lot of people do. I mean, no, you're right. It's very mixed.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
But I bought a big screen, and it's the same price. And I think that's worth it. So I don't know. I think it's, what it is you're looking for, and the small form factor and lightweight, and there's a lot of things going for the big screen that I'm really excited about.
If the Pro is $700, I would recommend it to people to buy. But the problem is with the Quest 3 coming, I think the Quest 3, when it comes, it could be my new headset, especially if it plays PCVR without uncompressed signal, or better in the uncompressed signal department, and it's a lighter headset, and it's got the same pancake lenses, and it gives me everything that Pro does. Why would I go and use the Pro at that point? So to me, the Pro's days are numbered anyway. I'm just saying that freaking love the headset, and I use it all the time. I haven't put my Quest 2 on in forever.
I haven't put mine on since November.
I'm jealous. I wish I hadn't had mine on in that.
I know, Wes absolutely hates his Quest 2. Yeah.
I'm not a fan anymore.
Well, you can have the new Apple headset for
That's right.
$3,000.
You guys
the small car.
time stamped that. He said I could have it. So
Jasmine said she would buy it for you.
Me too. Thanks, Jasmine.
D1360 VR says native display port, please. Yeah, that would be
Yeah.
that would be
That'd
nice. That would be nice.
I don't think you're going to see it.
No.
it'd be
but I
so
think-
easy for them to do. I don't understand why more headsets don't do this. Like, it'd be so easy. Like literally, like less than $1 probably in terms of material costs to add that into the design. Nobody does it.
Nope. No, and it would be so easy to do, and we've been asking for it for a long time. But I don't know if they can just if the technology is good enough now to where what they're talking about the Quest 3, which is this signal, this compressed signal is not going to be as much of an issue, I guess, anymore with the way they're transferring data. Maybe the technology finally gets there where the DisplayPort cable is just unnecessary. So that's what I'm hoping. Otherwise, why wouldn't you continue to go back to it? But,
Yeah, for real.
Right.
All right, guys, what do you think? Let's give this key away, and I think unless you guys got something else to talk about, I think we should get the heck out of here.
I want to talk about a Gleam giveaway.
Oh yeah, let's do that because this is a pretty cool thing. So now that we've talked about the Quest Pro and said how freaking great it is, you want to win one?
Yes. That would be ideal. It'd be my favorite headset too if I got one for free.
I want to win. I want to win another one and then give it away to the community. I will actually be going in and trying to win this one. I'm going to be going up against all you people because I want to win this one. Because if I win it, I'll give it away in the community.
That's right. Same.
But-
if I win it, I'll give it away in the channel.
But yeah,
If I win it-
let's put
I'm keeping it.
let's look, screw that. Yeah, let's look at the trailer if we can for this game, and then we'll talk about this giveaway for this game because this is a pretty good deal.
Face to face, you bay your breath. Shake it off, wipe your tears, cock it, ticking, kinda like it. I'ma get excited, like a gladiator. Warrior, no faker. Heavy into your killer, we about to turn it on. Taking life away. Ready your start, steady your shot.
You will be judged by justice. All tenants fire. The way is coming. You better run.
Boom!
Boom.
Smash Brothers in VR. That's what they're claiming.
That's what they're claiming.
They better
what they
not.
did.
They'll get sued into the
They're
fucking
gonna
ground if
sue.
they clue that.
They can't claim that. I can claim that.
That's right.
They can't say it, but I can say it.
It's going to be on every thumbnail on YouTube
Oh
in
my
a couple
god!
of weeks.
it
Yes.
will be. Oh my god! With
Eh,
guys.
no
going-
different than the Tarkov thumbnails all over the Ghost of DeBoer videos.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man, but it's a pretty cool game, man. If you're looking for like a brawler, like a third-person brawler in VR, it's freaking there, man. There's a lot of social cool stuff going on in that game. And Todd, they're giving away a Quest Pro.
I know. That's crazy.
Love it,
$100
man.
USD Steam gift cards, 7,200 in-game Galaxy gems, and a MetaQuest Pro.
And they're giving away the game to everyone.
Yeah,
And the game's
everybody
free.
gets a copy of this game for free. Amazing. No. Yeah, free to play game, so it's super cool. It's coming out June 7th, Quantar. I played this game like 2 years ago, Todd, in the Steam Next Fest, like a long time ago, man. And I had a blast in it back then, and they've really, really worked on this game. It's super cool, man. I love the idea of it. We don't have a game like this, like a button mashing, you know, power move game with super cool, crazy characters. And
Oh, it's gonna
played
be
in third
cool.
person. What I love, man. I love when
It looks like a fun party game.
yeah, I have no problem when you're not. You don't. Everything doesn't have to be third person or first person. It can be third person. It's okay. It'll be
There's
fine.
14 ways to enter this Gleam giveaway. I've been posting the link into chat there. So click on the link, click on whichever way you want to enter, or all of them. There's tons.
Nice. Yeah, and while you're smashing all of these Kiwis typical Kiwis to smash them, bro, do me a favor. Go smash the thumbs up button, will you? Whole bunch of people here. We only got 26 thumbs up. That sucks. We need more thumbs up. I don't know why. Whatever. YouTube says we need thumbs up.
According to YouTube, we need them. Yeah.
It's YouTube's fault. They say we need them. Career Betty says, I would want this one. You would want this. It was a fun game. Like, we've all been playing it. Like, we've been playing it for a while. It's a fun game. Yeah, super cool. But yeah, I'm glad you reminded me of that, Todd, because that's I want everybody to get a chance to win a freaking Quest Pro, because I do love the headset, and there's gonna be more ways coming up soon, guys. So stay tuned to all these channels, multiple channels. We are going to have we're gonna have some giveaways for more Quest Pros and Quest Pro controllers, which are probably the best controllers I've ever used.
Yes. Very exciting.
Heck yeah, definitely. All right, guys, I think that is going to call it for our show tonight. We've been going for 2 hours. Wes, thanks for coming, man, and hanging out with us tonight.
Thanks for having me, bro.
Been way too long, man.
Yeah. I was having show withdrawal from missing out this week, but we will be back. We will be back tomorrow night to talk about Red Matter 2 and God knows what else.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun on it. I like this Friday night thing. It'll be more fun, and we don't have to worry about getting up early.
Yeah,
stay up late.
That's cool.
Yeah,
we're spinning for Demio right now. Questkey.
Holy crap! What a way to end the show with freaking Demio, man.
Tink, tink,
tink, tink, tink. Who's it gonna be?
Tink.
Virtuals.
Eve wins Demio. That's awesome, man. Way to go. Way to go. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some Demio tomorrow. I'm gonna stream tomorrow night, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna play. We kidding? I know what I'm gonna play. But what else am I gonna play?
What else? Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna play something else. I will do something else.
Go play Firmament.
You know what I'm gonna do? I am gonna try and go back and I was gonna stream last week. I was gonna stream the Transformers game for a little bit, and then I was gonna stream the Zombieland Headshot Fever, but I had issues with my capture card not wanting to do audio because number one, I had issues with because it was an update on my capture on my on OBS, and all of a sudden nothing wanted to work. I finally got the video to work, and then I couldn't get audio to work, and I think me and Wes got it figured out now. So if I can stream audio now on my PlayStation VR2, I think I'll do that, and then I'll get into Tabor. So I think we're gonna try and do what we did last week. Zombieland Headshot Fever is awesome, by the way.
Let me just tell you something. When it comes to Zombieland Headshot Fever, you have other issues to worry about other than the audio, bro. That's all
I've already beaten a whole bunch of your scores. Did you go in and beat my scores after I beat your scores?
I put 30 minutes into it the other day while I was waiting on Red Matter.
It only took him 30 minutes to beat your score.
2 of them. I only played the first 2 levels.
Dude, I've been playing. That one level that GT has in there that he beat it in 17 seconds.
How did he do that?
It's because of his loadout, dude. You and I are in there with 2 guns and 1 perk. He's got a whole line of perks, and that's how he's doing it.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
that's it. I'm going back in there. Definitely going back in there tomorrow. Then we're going to go in there live. Everybody, we're going there live and destroy all of GT's and Wes's scores. And we're gonna laugh.
Good luck with that, bro.
We're gonna cackle.
Screw Firmament. Screw Firmament. Screw that other quest game we were talking about. I'm going and doing Zombieland right now.
That's it. Zombieland all night long. One more spin. I will send out an original quick aim or swing plus or similar to winner's choice.
Nice.
Do it. Let's do it, man. Yeah. So Mr. Tass wants to give a quick aim, or a swing plus. Love the
Hang
quick
on, I
games,
closed the
dude.
wheel.
Got to get that swing plus, bro.
These quick games are awesome, man.
That's
If
I
you
like
do
the
a
quick
shooter,
game.
breachers, or do you have one of these, Wes?
Yeah. I use it like 10 times more than I use the actual magnetic stock.
Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't. If when I'm using this now, I don't want them. I don't want the mag stock anymore. I want the quick game.
Yeah.
It took me a while to get into this, but once I've done it now, holy moly, it's awesome.
But I use the swing plus more than any of them. Like that's the one I use all the time.
Betty's throwing down gauntlets, like on top of gauntlets. She says, "I'm getting Zombieland just to beat you all."
Oh, come on, bring it on.
Bring it.
Betty's pretty, dude. Betty is freaking awesome.
Setting herself up for failure. That's what she's doing.
Betty says she's getting a quick game. Nice. Betty, you would be deadly with a quick game in Tabor. Yeah, so yeah, it won't be this. This is the knuckle version of the quick game. You're gonna get the original quick game, but yeah, this is mine. This is mine. You can't have this one.
All right, here we go. Who it is?
What's up, Hack? Hack the Game Cat has stopped
Yo.
in.
Oh, you can't win twice. Oh. Have to respin.
Oh yeah, who is it?
wow.
Virtual Steve.
Forgot to
Oh,
change-
we're back to back.
You forgot to change
almost.
the video clip over, huh?
That's right. Shush.
Yeah, Creepy Betty, you need one for Tabor. It's so good. Like I don't think I could play it without it now. It'd feel weird. It steadies my aim with a rifle. It steadies my aim so much. Now I'm getting all pumped up for Tabor, and it's only 11 o'clock. I have plenty of time. Oh, Betty's getting the index version. Tass, send me the
Oh.
index version. I'll get back in my index too. And I'll try it. in the
VR
index.
Spry
Right.
Guy.
Happy
There you go.
birthday, Spry Guy.
Go Spry.
Happy birthday,
Quick
Spry Guy.
game for Spry. That means Spry can get into breachers. He can get into because this is awesome with breachers too, Wes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Breachers, contractors, Tabor.
He won't do it though because Guido can't play that.
I know. We need to get Guido better Wi-Fi.
We need to give him Starlink or something, man.
Yeah,
Like-
right.
Like Starlink works in Antarctica. It doesn't work in Jackson County, Kentucky. Like, come on.
I just did 5 Starlink installs last week. Oh my
Did
God.
you really?
I don't want to see another one of those.
Oh my God. It's like never again. Never again.
Is that why Canada's burning down right now? Did you miss one of those up?
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Thankfully,
guys,
they
this
does
has
work
been
so
a-
far.
Yeah. All right, guys, this has been an amazing show. We appreciate everybody being here. This has been great. We thank you for the thumbs up. I see everybody went in and a whole bunch of people went in and did thumbs up. We appreciate it. If you guys want to support us in other ways, go to our Discord, hang out in there. We have a ton of people in there. It's always a fun place to hang out. Go to the Virtual Strangers Discord also and be there too because I jump back and forth between there constantly. And then if you want to show a little bit more support than normally, come and join us in our Patreon. Todd, we have an amazing group of Patreon members that we get together with on a weekly. And we just hang out and we talk about the show and try and figure out what we're going to do. And we do different giveaways and special stuff for the Patrons. They have their own channel. And there's a couple different ways you can do it. You can do it through
Discord,
YouTube.
through YouTube, or through Patreon.
Yeah. So if you guys want to come and kind of just show a little bit more support, that would be always appreciated as well. And come and join us because we have a new crawl tonight. We have a new outro, and everybody is updated finally, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Everybody's there.
Nice. And you get your name up on the end of the show with everybody else. All right, guys, join us tomorrow night for Virtual Strangers at ish, whatever the ish will be. But join us at ish,
Yeah.
11ish, 10ish,
Be there then.
12ish.
Yeah,
It'll be an
around
ish.
there.
It'll be around there.
Won't
Somewhere
be too
around there.
late. Won't be too late.
No, it'll be fun. All right, guys, take it easy. Have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Bye bye.